Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. So I'm really excited for this video because it is a tag challenge video, and it's about eyeshadow palettes. I love talking about makeup. I love eyeshadow palettes, and so this is the eyeshadow palette collection tag. It was started by, hold on, let's do credit. Let's do it. It was started by Samantha, is it Allie Klein's her last name? I'll link everything down below. And I think Samantha March. So Emily Noel 83 also did it, and I watched her video and I was like, oh my god, this would be fun. So what it is it's just a challenge where it's a bunch of questions about your eyeshadow palettes, though, just your eyeshadow palettes. And yeah, and Emily added her own 2 extra questions. I might add my own 2, but probably not. So oh my gosh. So what I also did was what defines a palette. 10 shades or more. We're gonna do 10 shades or more. Yeah, 10 shades or more. I'm not gonna include quads. Anything less than 10 shades, I'm not gonna include it. Ish. Just stay with me. That way we can kind of get an idea. Anything else I wanted to say? Yeah, so that's where palettes go. And this was very hard for me. It was very fun, but it was very hard. I'm sitting at over 400 eyeshadow palettes. No shame. Don't judge. You got a problem, you can go. Whatever. I love palettes. I love collecting palettes. So that's a lot of different brands. That's a lot of different palettes to think about. So these are I kind of did it like rapid fire, where I went through my drawers once, kind of looked through, regrouped, got it together, and then went through the questions like, okay, which one is this? Which one is this? So I wasn't like too like, this and that and that. I do have maybe like 2 answers for a couple. Maybe an honorable mention here or there, but for the most part, I was a good girl. So are you guys ready? I'm ready. Oh, I'm so excited. All right. So the first category is show your newest palette. So I have like, Candice, get together. I have like 5 new palettes that you guys have not seen. That's new to you. And then I have 4 that are on the way. So the 4 new are the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina palettes. I went ahead and pulled the trigger and purchased those. All 4 of them. I went ahead and got all 4 of them. I didn't have any of them. And so I'm ready to dive in. So those are really new. But the other new ones that I have is the Makeup Revolution Chilled. I really wanted this palette. I wanted it because I love the color scheme. I did not want it because of the whole weed theme. Not that I'm against weed, but I didn't want it because everybody else wanted it. But I went to Ulta and I had to spend some I wanted to spend some points because Ulta opened back up, and I wanted to spend my points that I've been hoarding, and I wanted to treat myself. It's my birthday month, and I put it in the basket. Beautiful. Look at this palette. Gorgeous greens. I can't wait to play with this. Beautiful. Okay? Gorgeous. Put that back there. Also, I'm sorry, the rules, no palettes with singles. No like magnetic palettes. I didn't include that. Also, this one I picked up, it was 50% off a week or 2 ago, a couple weeks ago actually. I ordered it. This is the Vivid Pressed Pigments and Shadows from Colored Rain. Ooh, you guys. Look at that. Beautiful. And it's a true rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, indigo, and violet, whatever. Pretty true rainbow. So I picked that one up. And then I got 3 palettes from Amazon because I was looking for more dupe brands, and I heard great things about these Prism makeup palettes, and they already look promising. So these are what they look like. $9.99 on Amazon, y'all. $9.99. This is the Supreme Seductress. First off, aren't they giving us Bad Habit palette vibes? Beautiful. 2 9 palette, like 2 clearly indicated 9-pan palettes. This is Supreme Femme, which is very similar. Actually, it's not that similar. Okay, and then we have Supreme Chaos, which I'm getting into that. Okay, $9.99. So those are my new palettes. Those are my new palettes to share with you all. So I'm always buying palettes. Okay, the oldest palette. Oh god, let's go back. Let's go back in time. I keep these 2 palettes because they are that old, because they are nostalgic to me. And yeah, so y'all remember when Elf always had the 50% off site sales and the buy one get one free sales and all that? Back in that day, they had these monstrous ultimate eyeshadow palettes, 144 shadows. I have both of them, the rainbow one and like the 144 neutral ones. 144 eyeshadows. They weren't the best, but they were not the worst. Like, they weren't, you know, a Juvia's Place pigment, but they were definitely, you got looks, and it wasn't like, oh, you can get away with it. No, they were beautiful looks with those shadows. Don't sleep on them. But, oh, I just, having all those colors and just in the world of like e.l.f., BH Cosmetics, Coastal Stencils, Giant Palettes, like, yes. So those are my oldest palettes, definitely, in my collection. I have some smaller e.l.f. ones, like the 4 quad, which are probably about the same age. But again, they don't count. Okay, oldest. My most expensive palette. Now, I am going to tell you right now, this is probably going to change because I'm really interested in that Natasha Denona Metropolis palette. Oh, it's $130. Anyway, but my most expensive palettes that I own right now are a tie, I'm pretty sure. Yes, between the Natasha Denona Sunrise and the Huda Beauty palettes. The Huda Beauty palette, $65. I have the Desert Dusk, which was the second one. Beautiful. And I have the Rose Gold, which this guy, oh, I love this palette. This was the original Rose Gold. She has a remastered Rose Gold now, but I love this one. I didn't get the remastered. And then the Natasha Denona Sunrise. This is absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. Now, are they worth the price? It's relative. I'm going to say yes, the Huda Beauties are. The Natasha Denona, I don't know. They're beautiful shadows. They're pigmented shadows. But I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question for you guys. I really don't, with the whole worth it. To me, yes it is, because I like the palette. Do I regret, like, dang, I paid $65 for this and it ain't? No. But I'm also not like, this is worth $65. I don't know. It's so hard to answer that. I just don't know. I like them. And I like that I don't mind that I spent that money on them. That's how I'm answering it, okay? Because I don't know. Okay, where are we? The next category is the most affordable palettes, and definitely has to be Profusion. If we're going any smaller, yeah, we're going with Profusion, because these bad boys, these are the 10-pan palettes. $5, $4.99 at Walmart, $4.97 at Walmart, $5. You get beautiful shades, beautiful pigmentation. I definitely own probably the most Profusion palettes out of any company. I have a few here to show you. These 10-pan palettes are absolutely bomb. Now, I have some Wet n Wild 10-pan palettes, technically, but I like the quality of the Profusion over the Wet n Wild. So, but I did honorable mention, I do have these for $5 as well, and there's 10 shades in there. I just wanted to let you know. Just wanted to do it. Definitely the Profusion, the quality. But anyway, it just said most affordable. Those are most affordable. Show your everyday palette. Now, I don't have an everyday palette. I own, again, over 400 palettes. I do not use the same palette every day. I mean, in my testing phase, yes, and as you know, you go, but like, I can't claim a palette as every day. However, I do have a palette. I have 2 palettes that I use. They were everyday palettes for a while. They were pretty much all I used when I wasn't reviewing something else. When I was done reviewing something else, I jumped back to these. There's noticeable dents in the shadows. Pretty much. And that is the Lorac Pro 1 and the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar. And actually the regular chocolate bar as well. But this one I liked a little bit more. The Lorac Pro, this was like the first high-end palette that I ever purchased. Actually, through Emily reviewed this. So look. And this is going to be a different answer to another one too. But anyway, this was like one of the first ones high-end palettes I ever used, and I used it every single day. And as I got more palettes, you know, it kind of faded away, but it's still like, yes. Now the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar, specifically for these 2 shades here, Truffled and Peanut Butter. Truffled and Peanut Butter were my crease. They was living in my crease rent-free. I mean, months. Maybe even a year. Like, they were living in my crease rent-free. I love this palette. I love the gold, the caramel gold, butter pecan, everything about it. It was absolutely, it's just, I just use, it's so brown girl friendly. It's so beautiful. And this was like it. I traveled with it. I packed it, took it everywhere. And when I traveled, take makeup, any, like, you know, need to take makeup, that's what it was. And they're still bomb. They're still bomb. Get it. They're still bomb. The Lorac, I think it's always going to be a classic. Okay. And I think it's great for all skin tones. All right, let's keep going. Wow. Your most colorful palette. So I like color. I have a lot of colorful palettes, and I just couldn't, I'm just give you some examples of some colorful palettes because I don't think I have one that's the most colorful. So what I pulled out, actually the Colored Rain one I just got, this Take Me to Brazil from BH Cosmetics. We have it here. That's pretty. I was just digging through my collection. The Kaleidoscope from Profusion. Look at that. The e.l.f. one. Also, my Juvia's Place palettes tend to be really colorful. They make it really colorful. This is the Zulu. I can't give you like my most colorful because I have a lot of colorful, but I love color. I love a good colorful palette. I don't know what to tell you. I don't. Okay. I don't have a most colorful. Okay. Where are we? The next one is your smallest palette. So definitely the smallest palette would have to be the Wet n Wild 10 pan. They got 10 pans in here, about the size of my hand. Yeah, this is the Not a Basic Peach. So definitely the smallest. If I have to go up a little bit more, probably the Profusion ones. But yeah, the Wet n Wild is definitely the smallest. Now, I gotta show you this because it's so cute. I actually have it on my eyes today. This LA Colors eyeshadow palette. It's not 10 pan, so it doesn't count. But it's a palette. It has 6 in there. Look how cute this is. This is a $1. Oh, that's so cute. But no, to fit with my rules, the Wet n Wild is probably my smallest palettes. Yeah, definitely. My biggest palette, same thing. The Kaleidoscope. If we were going with singles and stuff, you know, I made a giant magnetic empty palette that holds like 156 shadows. But we ain't doing that. We ain't talking about that. And then definitely the e.l.f. ones are pretty big. Those are probably the biggest. I know the Morphe 39 pan palettes are pretty big, like the James Charles one, but I don't think they're not bigger than the Kaleidoscope. So there you go. That's the biggest ones I have. Okay. Have a good time. Having a good time. Show your palette with the best memory. I have 2. The first one is, this one is like 3 answers. This one is the best memory because it started my love for like mid-range palettes, because this is the first mid-range palette, high-end. We're going to go high-end. I know it's technically mid-range. We're going high-end. First high-end palette that I bought, you know, on my own money, working. I was like 22, 23. I wasn't that young. I wasn't like a teenager or anything. And I went to Emily Noel 83. Shout out to you. And I was like, I want this palette. And at that time, I was like 44. That was like $42 for it. I was like, for a palette. So, you know, like, I'm not used to that, spending that amount of money. But it was just one of those things. And I fell in love, and like, it didn't spark my love for makeup. I loved makeup before then, obviously. But it was just like this, a whole new world played. And I used it. I played with it. And like, it was just a whole new world. So that was like, that's my first palette I ever bought. That wasn't like a quad or LA Colors like 5 pan, and it just, yeah. I bought the Urban Decay Ammo palette. I think I bought that one before. I don't know, but I count this as the first one. And then the next one, this is old. This takes me back to college days. So it takes me back to getting ready. When I was young, getting ready to go to the club, I wore this palette. It's kind of ironic because the name of it was not ironic, but I wore this, you know, getting ready to go out. This was the palette I used. And they don't make it anymore, you guys. When I pull this up, the BH Cosmetics Party Girl. Do y'all remember that? I love this palette because it had a true red. It was the first true red eyeshadow I came across, and I hit pan in it. Look at this palette. Ooh, that blue always falls out. So you get, let me pick that up. before it gets in my carpet. So we had a blue, the red, white, and blue, I did like July 4th looks with it. I remember, you got like the smoky ones. There's significant dips in a lot of these shadows. And the quality was not bad. I use this like to hell and back. This is, oh my God, they're falling out, I gotta stop. Getting ready to party. And I use this Party Girl palette. I guess I felt like I had to. That was the name of it. But getting ready and using this, I'm never going to get rid of it. It just means a lot to me. Getting ready with my friends. My friends used it. We shared it. Like, best memories. Best memories by far. By far. Sorry, I need to sit up. Okay. Show a palette worth the hype. Okay. So that was hard for me. This was hard because I feel like if you look hard enough, every palette has some hype to it. It has some hype to it. Obviously advertising, especially in this day and age. But yeah, so it was very hard. I think that, you know, in my opinion, the Huda ones was worth the hype. In my opinion, I don't know, Lorac was worth the hype. You know, the Too Faced is worth the hype. But one that, like, I picked one that I think, I haven't found a negative review on it yet. And, like, everyone, like, there's, like, all the other palettes I mentioned, someone doesn't like it. But I haven't found anyone that has tried this palette and did not like it. And, including myself. And that is the Urban Decay Born to Run. This palette is everything. I mentioned it in my like best well-rounded palettes. It's been a favorite. I love this palette because it has a little bit of everything. It has warm tones, cool tones, deep tones, neutral tones, and it's what it looks like. And I haven't seen a bad review. Like, I haven't seen anyone like, this ain't it. Everyone can get something out of this palette. Everyone enjoys this palette. The quality of these shadows, oh, they're perfect. They remind me of like the Vice palettes that Urban Decay came out with. And it's just gorgeous. So well-rounded where you can get, again, a smoky look, a neutral look, a light look, a deep look, something with a little pop of color up in it. Shimmery, matte. It is just everything. And I think I haven't seen a bad review on it. So definitely, this is definitely worth the hype. You should go get it. I don't know if it's still available. I don't know if I should have said that. Alright, now, a palette that was not worth the hype. I'm gonna tell you this. I feel like I'm the only one that didn't like this palette. People got mad at me because I didn't like it. I had nasty comments on my YouTube video when I said I didn't like this palette. ABH Modern Renaissance. This palette blew up. It blew up. I don't know why. It's pretty. It's pretty, but it's nothing revolutionary. It has medium tones and then these berry, couple burgundies. It's nothing revolutionary. It's nothing revolutionary. I don't hate this palette, but like, I don't see the hype. I think you can get pretty looks out of it with a lot of, why was this palette blown up so much? I don't know if it wasn't Anastasia's their first palette ever. I don't know, but everyone loves Modern Renaissance, and I just was like, it ain't for me, sis. I don't know. It's boring to me. I just don't. But I got some hate for this. And now I don't mean hate like they haters. I mean like they genuinely hated me. I don't know. But this palette, no. It did nothing for me, and I did not understand. And I got it because it was the hype. I don't know. But, I don't know. Okay. Show your favorite palette from a favorite brand. That was also hard for me. Did I pull? I can't pick. This is one of those questions where it's like, I can't. So, favorite palette from a favorite brand. I have plenty of favorite brands of palettes. You know, Profusion is one, but I don't have one favorite. You know, I tried. I really, really tried. And I came close. So I do have one to show you, but I just want you to let you know that this is not the ultimate whatever. But yeah, it was very hard for this because like I like Profusion. I like Lorac. I have a Urban Decay. Like there's all of those are my favorite brands. But I picked one from Profusion because I have the most of Profusion and it's affordable and it's $5 and I want to show it to you. And that excuse me, that is the Royals. I don't even know if it's still available. Look what I'm doing. That is the Royal. So this one is like it's one of my favorites because of the blue and gold in there. I don't know what is doing something to me, but it's so diverse. Green, orange, black, this iridescent like whitish purple lavender, bronze. It's 10 shades, but it just seems like so much more. I definitely recommend you getting this one. You have two warm mattes in there. Oh, two warm mattes to get your crease together. Beautiful. I love it. And so that's my favorite palette from a favorite brand. Ish. Okay. And then show your most used palette again. That's between the BH part. Well, I haven't used that one as much. I still use my Lorac Pro, but yeah, we're gonna give it to Lorac Pro. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this mess. There we go. It took me a long time to like get a new palette after that because I'm saving my, you know, I'm not making as much money. I wasn't making as much money as I am now. And so, you know, even though, you know, spending $40-something on a palette is serious thinking business. So this was what I was using all the time, every day until I got something else. And it's, yeah, that gold. One thing I love about Lorac shadows, and I think I talked about this in another palette tag where I was like, they have the best names because they're not creative, but I love that their names are what the shade is. Granted, if I ever start a cosmetic line, I doubt my shade names will be that. I like creative names, but I respect the fact that their white is called white, their cream is called cream, champagne, gold, light bronze. Now, as they put out palettes, more palettes and palettes, it might be harder to describe colors, but you're never going to run out of. Well, you might. But whatever. Like, they still keep that whole, with the Pro line, with the Mega Pros and the Pro line. I know they're unzipped, have, like, creative names. But, yeah, I like their names. But, yes, that is, like, my most used ever. Definitely. In the BH, that red in the BH Party Girl. But, yeah. This is really bringing back some stuff. Okay, and then Emily's extra questions were, show your best dupe palette and what palette did you rediscover through this tag? So through this tag, I didn't necessarily rediscover anything. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't like, oh, I remember that. My palettes are in a drawer at arm's reach. They're not like deep. I ain't had to dig deep for any of these. I had to think about some answers, but I didn't have to dig deep. All of my palettes are visible. All of them are in a drawer. They're within arm's reach. And like I browse through my palette drawer every time I put on makeup. So yeah, I can't say I rediscovered anything. I'd be lying if I said that. But my favorite, where is it? Dupe type of palette. I gotta give it to a whole brand. Sadly, they're not available at the moment. They said they're coming back. I don't know, but it's Bad Habit. Bad Habit Beauty was sold on Shop Hush's website, which is also closed out of business, and they dupe common eyeshadow palettes. So this, for example, Subculture from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Oh my gosh, I got so many. The 9-pan, these Aftershocks, if I'm not mistaken, they're duping Huda's. They had, oh, this is a bomb palette. Pigmented, I mean, beautiful. I raved about these palettes. I raved about them when I unboxed them, using them. I took this palette to IMAX and just used this palette on a look. Y'all know me, I'm extra, and I only use that one palette. This one is a dupe for Makeup by Mario by Anastasia Beverly Hills. The quality is insane. The quality of the packaging, everything comes with a mirror. It's heavy. Not heavy like it's gonna break something, but it's like it has some heft to it. They dupe, again, Huda. They dupe Natasha Denona. They are everything. And favorite dupes, hands down, by far, Bad Habit Beauty. So yes, I challenge all of you to do the palette tag, look through your collection. I don't have anybody specific to tag, but if I do, I'll tag it in the tags. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about any of the products mentioned in this video, feel free to leave them down below. I love you all so much, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye!